Hello. It is chatter time. Come on in, ladies. Step on in. We are ready to have a good night. I am so excited to be here with you, ladies. Let me go ahead and share. Take a minute and let you guys get comfortable in here because tonight we are talking about shutting things down, ladies. We have to shut down a lot of controversial situations that we end up in that have just gone, the situations have gone way too far. So if you're here, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're ready to have a good conversation because I actually had a argumentative week, I'll say. And I'm actually working on that, arguing so much. I'm trying to keep conversation going, but at the same time, I'm trying to stop down on the arguments. But the argument not even an argument, the conversation I had this week gave me my topic next week. And I'm wearing my scarf tonight, ladies, just because we're going to be touching on the bonnet topic a little later on tonight. Hey, Brittany, it's so good to have you here. Welcome to Chitter Chatter. Go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. It is Chatter time. And we have a great episode, ladies. Let me go ahead and share to the group so we can go ahead and get started because we are going to be jumping into some topics. Because I discovered a lot of us ladies, we don't really know how to have conversations. Hey, so glad to have you here. We don't know how to agree to disagree, and we don't know how to shut conversations down. That is what we are talking about tonight, ladies. We are talking about shutting things down because there are so many situations that women end up in simply because we don't nip things in the bud. With men, with work, with friendships, there are so many situations that we end up in simply because we didn't shut it down when it was in the beginning. And we have to know how to do that respectfully and disrespectfully when the situation calls for it. Because excuse me, ladies, there are going to be so many situations in our lives that we have to shut down, and we have to be woman enough to do it and not be bothered by what anybody could, should, would say. Because people, as long as you allow someone to use you and you allow someone to take advantage and consistently take from you, they will. You have to learn how to shut that down, ladies. So, first things first, what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to go ahead and mix our drink. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a while, even if it hasn't. If it hasn't, I'm going to say it's been a while. Because last week, my Miss Amanda came in. Thank you guys for tuning in. She spoke on a great topic. She was talking on, are you ready? Because, ladies and gentlemen, when situations arise, sometimes we don't even be ready for them. And this week, that brought us right into this topic. Are you ready to shut things down? Are you ready to put an end to the things that are no longer serving you? Are you ready to stop giving where you need to stop giving? We are drinking, it's a little drink that I just kind of threw together in my head, and we're going to see how it turns out tonight. We're drinking Jack Daniels, of course, and it's cold. As you can see, it's on. I put it in the freezer, so it's on ice. Jack Daniels, I'm going to go ahead and, I have a good mixer now, so I'm going to put it in here with the ice. If you're here, go ahead and drop a comment and let me know that you're here. Ladies, tonight we are talking about shutting it down. Because I'm going to be talking all over the ice. This topic actually came to me because I was watching a podcast. I wasn't watching the podcast. I was listening to a review of a podcast that supposedly a woman was in with Joe Budden, and he was making comments or something towards her, and she felt so uncomfortable. One shot. And it's like, my thing was, in the whole interview, baby, why didn't you tell him you were uncomfortable? Why didn't you let him know that, these comments that you're making, I'm offended? Ooh, that's 3. That is what we're talking about, ladies. We have to learn how to shut things down so that they don't continue. And we need to make it okay for women to voice when they're uncomfortable in situations and it not cost them their job. Because I really feel like that was the situation that the young lady was in. She didn't want to ruin the mood, and she didn't want to disrupt what was going on, because that would have caused her to maybe be demoted. And that is what a lot of women face in the industry. There are so many things that we have to take on the chin, and we have to ignore, and we have to allow to go on in order for us to elevate in certain aspects, in business, in relationships. We have to learn how to shut that down. We have to shut it down so that it can change. If we don't begin to put our foot down and stop allowing certain things to happen and certain things to be the requirement and using certain things to get what we want, sometimes you use what you got to get what you want. And then there are times when you use what you know, and you use what you know how to do to elevate. And that we have to have more of that and less of using what we have to get what we want so we can shut down certain situations. That is one of the biggest problems that women have in business. That was 4 shots of the Jack. So then you just come in and you pour a little bit of Moscato on top. Just a little bit. And that gives it a nice sweet taste, because if you know the Jack, it's not sweet at all. And the final ingredient, and this is a key ingredient, this is the Simply Tropical, not the Simply Orange or the Simply Orange Pineapple, the Simply Tropical. This is like passion fruit juice. If you ever had passion fruit juice, that's what this tastes like. Hello, Miss Peavy. Thank you guys for checking in. We are mixing our drink, ladies. You know we have our taps of the glass, so we are mixing our drinks tonight. And I'm adding the last ingredient in before we begin. Tonight, the topic is shut it down, ladies. We are speaking on things that we need to shut down in our community so that we, as women, can elevate without having to work so hard. There are some women have to. Did I drop something? Okay. Drop some in my cup. Okay. So we have to come together and decide that there are certain things that we are no longer willing and wanting to do to get to certain areas in our lives. There are certain things we're not willing to allow ourselves to be required to do in certain industries so that we can rise. Like, there are so many women that we're tired of having to sleep with men to elevate in certain areas. We're tired of having to allow men to make certain kind of jokes and say little cute things. We're tired of allowing men to hit on us to elevate in the industry. There are so many businesses, regular businesses, grocery store owners. The grocery store owner sometimes comes to their employees sexually and explicitly. First of all, the grocery store owner, so you're not even anybody. How dare you come at your employees as if they don't receive these sexual comments that you're making, or if they don't allow you to be flirtatious in areas, they wouldn't look at you if you weren't the owner of the supermarket in the first place. Just because my shirt say Kroger, so I don't mean you got to come over here and ask me what I got. That is what we're talking about. We need to shut those type of situations down, especially in the schools. Yes, Brittany. In colleges, professors. And y'all, the right of y'all, because we pay y'all, the right of your professor to sexually speak to you or make hints. And I really feel like a professor shouldn't even invite you to the party. I've had professors invite me to certain places. And even after I feel like even after the class is over with, if you're older, you need to let me come at you. Professors really come at you so aggressively and so sexually sometimes, and all I'm trying to do is get an A. And I really have the credentials. Like, if you just allow me to if you allow me to show you that I can really do this work, I can get an A. I don't need you to be nice to me, and I don't need you to give me a hug, and I don't need any of that from you. That is what we have to shut down, ladies. Sometimes it is more about what you know, and it's more about what you can do than what you have, than how your body moving. When we start working on us and building our credentials more, then we don't have to so much use our body to get what we want. I don't want to say it I'm not trying to put anybody down or trying to seem that anybody is better than women, but I really feel like women only use what they have to get what they want when they feel like what they have and are what they're equipped with is not what they need to get the job done. And that is the problem in the world. When we are placed in so many situations where what we're equipped with, what we built what we educated ourselves on, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. It's like, so what else do you have? What else do you have? And sometimes some women, and this may be something that women can relate to, sometimes it's something specifically, it's really only you. No one else in this situation has ever even had to deal with this issue. But here you are, because maybe your boss is attracted to you. Maybe the person you're dealing with, he chose you. And for that reason, you got to deal with all the stuff that come with it. And it's like, you either take it or you leave it. Ladies, let me know if you feel me. Because we have to shut that down. And if we all step up and speak about it, because one woman complaining about it ain't going to do it. Two women complaining about it ain't going to do it. We bitter. We can't get no man. No, that's why don't nobody like us. Ain't nobody even really hitting on you. You know, when every woman in her mind decides that she's tired of having to do the most to get a little bit of nothing, then we'll all come together. It's the women. It's not even women, because this situation occurs even with men. It's the people that are willing to break their backs, and the people that are willing to take next to nothing, and the people that are willing to give all of themselves for nothing just to get a little bit further, quicker. It's those people that make it harder for the people that don't want to do that. Because if five of us decide that let me go ahead and tell us before we get deep into it, because we getting deep into the topic. Ladies, I have went ahead and I have fixed my drink. I said something to the professor. Honey, we're gonna step into it, because we have so many questions and so many topics that we need to jump into tonight. Let's go ahead and tap our glass, ladies. We're gonna begin chatter with a toast, like we always do, ladies. So go ahead and tap your screen and sip your drink. Ooh, this is so good. I don't know what y'all mix, but if you mix anything like what I mix, you in the game. So we are officially, my eyes are watering. We are officially in chitter chatter time, ladies. If you are here, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know that you are here and you are listening. The topic for tonight is shut it down, ladies. We are coming together to shut down things that make it hard for us to elevate in the business world, in the relationship world. Because I didn't even tap into relationships. When we lead, it's this little saying that people are saying. It's like men get women with money and then be mad when they bump into a gold digger. Women use sex to get men and then get mad when men only want sex. Well, we're gonna limit that. It's not to say you don't use sex to get men, because look, it's a sexual world and sex sells. And I'm not even gonna lie and say when you look at men that you're looking to see how smart he is, how much money he has. First things first, look, is the first thing you do is you see them. And you not see, like, you get to thinking about what the bank account and what all that has going on after you done look from head to toe, and you stop somewhere in the middle. So let me go ahead and keep it moving. Sex sells. So we're not going to act like it doesn't. But it's not what you do, ladies. It's how you do it. When we don't lead with sex, but we just make it clear that sex is a thing. Sex is something that we gonna get to. Sex is something that I want and you want. That's understood. That just need to be in the air. That don't need to be the topic of conversation. That don't need to be why we linking up. That don't need to be the only time I see you. We're going to take one sip of that. What we're going to do here, ladies, I'm going to give you 5 ways to connect with Uniquia. You can follow me on Facebook. I am Uniquia Manigault. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, wait. Am I not? Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm public, you guys. That would be terrible. I don't think I'm in. I'm in. Oh, no, I'm public. You should be able to share, Miss Amanda. Thanks for tuning in. My mom is online, you guys. Everyone that is here, I'm so thankful to see you guys. But 5 ways that you can connect with Uniquia. You can follow me on Facebook. I am Uniquia Manigault, UNIQUIA Manigault. And I'm also Uniquia Manigault on Facebook, on YouTube, LinkedIn. I am Uniquia on Instagram. That is IAMUNIQUIA on Instagram. And that is blackgirlbeautyinc.org group on Facebook. If you ladies have not joined that group, go ahead and join that group. We had a real interesting week because we were talking about the bonnets and the scarves, and the conversations went a little left. One thing about it, ladies, we don't always have to agree. I'm gonna go ahead and say that on Black Girl Beauty is not women coming together and just agreeing with everything that everybody got saying. That is not what we're here to do. We are here, Black girls, when we chitter chatter, we discuss what matters. We talk about the nitty gritty. We get into the issues that Black women have that we don't normally discuss. I am not here for you to like me. I would greatly appreciate it if you did, and I really would like it if everyone here watching this live would like me. But listen, I live in reality. That's not always possible, but I would be much more pleased if everybody here learned something, if everybody here grew, if everybody here was like, you know what, I don't really like her, but what she's saying is true. Like, we do need to come together and build, and we do need to learn how to speak to each other, and we do need to agree to disagree. I'm much more okay with that, because I know I got some ways, and I know I talk some type of way, and everybody is not going to receive me. But as long as you're on the same path that I'm on, my dad has a saying, and I done took it over. I don't have to be right as long as I win. We don't have to be right as long as we win, ladies. We are shutting down the idea that everybody has to agree with you. We are shutting down this stereotype that any woman that disagrees with you is hating on you. We're going to shut that down, ladies, because we're trying to move to a higher level. We're trying to get to levels and reach mountains that we have never touched before. We are here to build Black women up brick by brick. I'm a Black woman, and I hope that listen, you don't even have to be a Black woman here, but I am here to help Black women. If other women get touched by what we are saying, hey, hallelujah, that's just a blessing. But we are here for the sisters, because we don't have people that are here directly for us discussing our issues the way we needed to discuss. Like, I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here for nobody to judge me. I don't care if you judge me. But what I'm going to tell you right now, please, let's build together. Let's grow together. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to agree. We don't even have to be on the same page. But let's make sure that if and when we bump into each other, we are here to hear each other. We are here to understand where each other is coming from. And we are here to see a different side, a different point of view. That is what Black Girl Beauty is about. That is what I'm trying to do here on Chitter Chatter. And that is what we do on blackgirlbeautyinc.org. That whole little drip that I just gave you brought me to a situation that was going on earlier this week in blackgirlbeauty.org. We were having a conversation about the Monique topic. Of course, everybody's talking about it. We were talking about the bonnets. So there are women in the group that are like, no, the bonnet, we don't do the bonnet. And there are women in the group that are like, hey, I wear my bonnet, who cares? We're not here to say who's right or wrong. Everyone's giving their opinion on what they think about whatever and whoever. When we have these type of conversations, ladies, this is the very first one that really popped off the way it did in blackgirlbeautyinc.org. And I'm going to let you know we're going to continue to have these type of conversations. When they go down, we don't have to agree. But if you feel like you're going to be getting mad because somebody don't agree with you, you need not comment. You need not jump in. There was a young lady in the comments that was really offended by the fact that I didn't agree with what she was saying. And the conversation went a little left. And I'm in the comments like, hey, if you can't agree, then you need to disagree. And that is what we're talking about. Like, we need to shut down the idea that if somebody doesn't agree with you, it has something to do with who they are and how they feel about you. I like blue. You like purple. What do you mean you don't like purple? It's just, you wear it every day. I wear it for a reason, but that don't make it my favorite color. You're really just saying it's not your favorite color. And I only pointed that out to say this is a real argument that I could really have with people. We need to understand. Hey, Sheikah. Hello, ladies. We need to understand that we are not going to always agree. We are not going to always be on the same page. But we can still build. Like, you can have an argument with somebody where y'all on the opposite sides, all right? And then, boom, still finish doing the work together. Don't feel like because we just had an argument, now I can't work. You know what? I don't even want to finish this project with you. Finish it on your own. Like, are you serious? Like, now you that mad? So when you decide to get about your feelings and you want to come here, now you want to help me do this, not do this last minute, and you sorry. I wish I didn't get. I don't want to hear all that. I'm dirty 30. I'm gonna be dirty 30 for a long time. We are grown. When we get our minds right and we educate ourselves and we decide that there are certain things that we need to leave in the past and let go, we can teach our children. And when we begin to educate our children, that means they're getting this information young. See, we didn't get this information young because we weren't willing to discuss it with each other. We didn't really digest with each other. We didn't have conversations in a lot of our households, and that's why these conversations went unspoken. You don't have to disrespectfully say what you got going on to get your point across. You don't have to get offended because somebody doesn't agree with you. Sometimes, now I'm not gonna say all. Sometimes people are disagreeing with you simply because they don't like you. So what? So what? Ignore them people. You know what? You right. You cool. Let's agree to disagree. That need to be your favorite line. That is gonna be our new favorite line. You know what? Let's agree to disagree. Even if I don't agree that you should because sometimes you be like, why would you even disagree with that? Some people are just going to disagree with you because they don't like you. We need to shut down the idea that them people deserve conversation from us. Those people deserve our energy. Them people don't deserve nothing from you. Those people don't deserve any of your energy. Hey, cuz, see, listen. Sometimes we're all guilty of it. She says she's guilty of that. And we're all guilty. Actually, hey, Miss Brittany, would you like to come in and share any experience that you may have had where you had a situation like this? Let me go ahead and send. Hey, Mr. Harrison. How are you doing? Thank you guys for tuning. Oh my God, my eyes watering. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Chitter Chatter. We are speaking on shutting it down. Let me. Can I? Okay. There we go. We are speaking on shutting things down, ladies and gentlemen. When we place ourselves in situations, sometimes they get out of hand. And we need to learn how to shut it down in a positive way. Sometimes, like I said earlier, disrespectfully sometimes, and respectfully. You try to do the respectfully. Okay. Hey, Miss Brittany, how are you?
Hey, Uniquia.
Thank you for tuning in to Chitter Chatter. Tonight, we are speaking on shutting it down. Have you ever had a situation where you felt like you had to go along with what was going on just to get by? And what is something that you would like to say that you wish could have been done in that situation to help you?
Just to get by. I feel like just being black, living in white spaces,
Absolutely.
you have to do that a lot.
Absolutely.
Like, I moved to Marietta like a year ago, like East Cobb, and it's like, oh my gosh, you really have to just like shadow yourself as a black person.
Absolutely.
So just speaking from that point of view, like, especially by being a minority, you know. But like just when I'm speaking on from school, I spoke up like to my professor, like, first of all, I know this stuff. I know you're not trying me. He was an older black man too. How you sound like the older men are just so aggressive. And I'm just like, sir, I know how to do this. And I never came back to the class. Once I confronted him and I got my A. Because you're gonna give me my A because you shouldn't even try me like that, for one. So I never came back because at this point, like, I'm uncomfortable per se anyway, because you shouldn't have tried me, period, whether I know how to handle the situation or not. Because it's a lot of women that don't know how to handle the situation. So, you know, that's not fair to them. So, in me, I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to go for that. I'm not coming back. And you're going to give me my grade.
And what are some, because we're trying to eliminate these situations from going further, because I feel like I don't want to just say it, but I feel like every black woman or every woman, especially in schools, has dealt with that particular thing. And most of the time what we do is we shut down. It's like, oh, I'm not going back to that class. But
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. What do we need to do to help each other so that we don't have to, because what that does is that makes us have to work harder. Now I got to go out of my way to get this A that I deserve. We need to put something in position so that when these type of situations happen, we automatically got somewhere we're gonna be like, oh, this is what's going on. This is and this is what's going on. Well, that's why we have to start shining light on these
Right. We have to
situations.
start building organizations like that, because even when I share my situation with just one of my classmates and she was able to like, what? Well, that happened to me from this
Right.
professor. So once you start sharing your experience, you're like, okay, this is not like a solitude incident. Like, this is really happening. So once you start, sharing your experiences, and then you start putting in, organizations and stuff where you can come in and you can say something, and where then you have plenty of women that's coming in, and you won't have to wait to have a Me Too movement, and you wait so many years
Absolutely.
down the road.
Absolutely.
We can start saying stuff and building organizations now, so women are comfortable, especially black women, because
Especially.
they could go from a black man, older man, down to
We get
somebody.
it from all angles, and that's what
Right, all
and
angles.
it's
So
and it's kind of like it's almost like expected. We're supposed to hush up and take it on the chin,
right,
and our community is so used to having to be quiet and take it on the chin that we don't even know how
right,
to step up. And
exactly,
that's what we're doing with
exactly.
Black Girl Beauty and Chitter Chatter. And thank you so much for coming in, because we need to be able to share and have moments, and also we need to know that there is somewhere we can go, and because once we start bringing
Right,
light to these topics and these situations, they're going to happen less, because it's like you'll be
right,
able to understand it, you'll be able to peep it, and we will be more believable, because that's what's going on in a lot of our community. We don't speak up enough about it, so when it happens, it's like, so out of all people, he tried you. Like it's no, this is something that he does. And I think her screen might have went out. So, ladies, that is, or was it mine? We are, oh, I don't want it to finish. Okay, that's where we are. Ladies, that was a college sometimes is a great atmosphere and a great example of where women sometimes we end up in situations simply because we're just trying to pass our class. It's not even necessarily about you leading with, sometimes you don't even have to lead with sex when you're in a situation. Sometimes you just arrive. Like, you come to class, your professor, he's digging you. So naturally, he's saying little things and hinting. And what you got to remember about college, at the end of the day, everyone is grown. We all are adults. So that also gives a little leeway where your college professors, and that's also the same thing in business. Everyone's grown, so they're feeling like you would shut it down if you could shut it down. And we as women are saying we can't always do that. Sometimes you don't want to have to deal with what could, should, would happen if you say something or if you don't say something. There are so many situations that we end up in, but we have to come together so that we can shut it down, because we can't shut anything down if we don't come together. And that brings me to the poem that I wrote specifically for tonight, because if we really want to make things happen, we got to make some changes. If we really want to shut some things down, we got to speak up. And that is what the poem is for tonight. It is called If You Want. If you want it. If you are silent about your pain, your enemy will kill you and tell everyone you loved it. And although that be a lie, that's what we've had to believe, because you never said otherwise. So if you truly want to be heard, first thing you must do is speak up. If ever you feel disrespected, you need to stop and clear some things up. And you don't always have to be abrupt. I can keep it cute and still make my point clear to you. And you, and you, and you can do the same thing too. If you truly want things to change, there are some things you must change. Things can no longer be done the same. It's time everything be rearranged. There will be things you can no longer allow. If you truly want to grow, you got to learn how to shut things down. Don't get in the habit of allowing people to mistreat you, because that's a hard habit to break. And the reality that someone you love was mistreating you, whew, that's a hard reality to face. And the fact that you allowed it to go on so long is the biggest slap. Shut it down, shut it down. You don't want to feel that. Shut down the desire to be accepted, because everybody won't accept you. Instead, build your credentials. If push comes to shove, all the world can do is respect you. Don't get caught up in the drama. Misery loves company. I don't know about you, but I don't need the bull disrupting me. Shut down the need to be right. Everyone won't see things your way. Just because someone disagrees with you is no reason for you to find hateful things to say. Speak up about your problems so we can shut down all the hate. Shut down all the hate so we can make changes that positively affect our faith. Truth be told. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what the topic is all about. Shut it down, ladies and gentlemen, if you want it. That is a feature poem that is going to be in Living in Truth Volume 2, The Rebirth. If you really want it, you got to make some changes. If you really want it, you got to stop allowing certain things. If you really want these things to change, if you really want if you really want to shut things down, if you really want to create a new avenue, if you really want to make things easier, there are some things that you have to do. There are some things that we have to come together to make happen. That is what we are speaking on. Miss Amanda, are you ready to come in? We are speaking on shutting things down because since Miss Amanda is here, we're going to go ahead and start speaking on the bonnet topic like we were saying. I put on my scarf tonight because so many women were saying, one of the women was saying in the group that you never know what someone is going through and they have to put their bonnet on. So I was saying, I don't really feel like there's a situation that will require you to wear a bonnet. There is absolutely no situation in the world that you could be going through. Okay, Miss Amanda's going to go ahead and come on in. She was a part of the bonnet conversation as well. And what we are simply saying about wearing is this: there's a certain level and a certain standard that you have to be presentable. You don't have to be. You should be presentable when you step outside your home. When you step outside your home in your bonnet, that's unpresentable. The bonnet was created to keep your hair together while you sleep at night. It's for the house, ladies. Hey, Miss Amanda.
Everyone, how are you guys doing tonight?
We are so thankful to have you here on Chitter. Chitter, you look so bright. We are so thankful to have you.
Well, thank you. I am about to go inside the store and get me some Middlesworth
Bring
chips.
Me some back.
Yes, so y'all know where I'm at,
Bring
right? If I say some Middlesworth chips. So anyway, I can't be before you long tonight. I'm going to say this and then I have to get off and let you enjoy your show. I'm traveling.
Okay.
But I do want to say that to each his own first. Everybody can do what they want to do. We're living in a world where God gives us choices and options. And we're living in a world where people have grown and elevated, and opportunities are out there for people to do what they want to do. We didn't always have that many years ago. So now you have folks that, because the doors are open for them to do what they want to do, their famous line is, I'm going to do what I want to do. You can't tell me what to do. Mind your own business. All of that stuff. But there is a thing called, number one, integrity. There are things called morals.
Morals?
Things called,
what they called?
There's called home training.
Morals.
So now what I want to say is home training. Let's touch on that a little bit. When your mama and your papa have taught you some things in your upbringing, there's just certain things you just ain't gonna do, regardless of who else is doing it out there, why they're doing it,
and
what
some
color
things
it
get
is.
instilled in you after being told to you for
That's
so
right.
long. You do it just naturally.
But so many of us right now, we really honestly weren't taught. So that's why I don't get offended when people get offended by other people giving them advice, because that's all Monique was doing. Really? She was giving advice to some folks that needed advice. Yeah, we all might run out the house from time to time.
And that's the thing. People always want to throw extenuating circumstances. It's not always like that. You're not always running to the store. Sometimes you made a conscious decision that you didn't want to do your hair and you walked out with that bottle.
And that part is true. But when you make it a daily decision to go to the mall, to walk down the street, to go to the store in your bonnet and your slipper, when it's a daily thing and you don't care what nobody say, you don't care what nobody think. If somebody say something to you, you ready to cuss them out, whether it's your mama, your papa, you don't have respect for your own mom, so you ain't gonna have no respect for your Monique. So that's just the bottom line about what we're dealing with. So I could care less how people go out here and look if they want to go look like. If that's what they choose to be, hey, go be that.
But you can't be offended when somebody has an opinion because you decided to go be that. That's what the thing is. It's nothing wrong with you, like, This was the conversation that I was telling the young lady in the group. I said, one thing about it, baby, we're going to call a spade a spade. We're not going to say it's not ratchet just because you do it.
That's
There is
right.
like, we all do ratchet things. Don't think just because you decide to do something that it's no longer ratchet. It's still ratchet, and it doesn't mean that
And
you
you
don't
do.
it doesn't necessarily mean that you're ratchet because you're doing it. We all do
That's right.
ratchet stuff. But we're not going to try to act like it's not ratchet just because we decided to do it this time. Running out the house in your bonnet, it's ratchet, babe. You could have put a hat on. You could have put a wig on. You could have put a scarf on. This is a scarf. Like this is a scarf I wear around my neck when it's cold, literally. But I just decided to throw it on just to show you that it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
It's how you
do it. And a bonnet is never how you should do it out in the streets.
And not only that, I'm all about empowering. I'm all about empowering my colored sisters and little girls. And so if I'm trying to empower my colored sisters and little girls, I have to be careful about the image that I present to others. So all these people out here walking around thinking it's okay to wear a bonnet, I'm just going to let you know it's not okay. So stop trying to act like it's okay to be walking around here in a bonnet. So if you just happen to walk around in a bonnet, it's okay, but you know it's not right. So don't try to act like, yeah, this is cool. This
don't
is
get
style.
mad
No,
and be ready to fight when somebody calls a spade a spade. Like
that's right. So they want to get mad at Monique, but I 100% agree with Monique. And for those of y'all who got something to say to me, just join blackgirlbeautyorg.com and let's talk about it.
And let's talk.
Because
I'm gonna tell you right now, we have to be able to respect each other. Now, and there are rules to Black Girl Beauty Inc. as well. Once you get disrespectful, you get removed.
Oh yeah.
The only reason the young lady that had a conversation didn't get removed is because she was talking to me and my feelings don't get hurt. But I don't know how everybody else is gonna feel in this group. I don't know who's gonna be offended by what you may say. When you get to disrespecting anybody, we have to remove you. My feelings just it's just no. Wait. Because you still have to call the lesson moment. The young lady told me to go argue with my mother. She was like, go argue with your mama. First of all, don't ever come on any group and page and say mama. The word mama to me is a no-no for real. But she was like, argue with your mama, go get your man. There were a lot of things she told me my name was.
But see, one thing that you know, Nika, without a shadow of doubt, words are words.
Miss Amanda. We're I know all that. I'm speaking on.
Let me say something. We used to have a saying growing up that said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones."
Move your hand.
We used to have a saying that says, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
Right
so we are the
poem about that particular saying. It's the biggest lie they ever told us. Sticks and stones will break your bones literally, but words will hurt you for life. Let me tell you. Be careful. Be careful what you put in your mind. Don't be out here thinking words don't hurt. Because I'm gonna tell you, what somebody said to you will hurt you harder than that. Go and smack me. Please don't give me no hateful words. That's just me personally.
Well, I feel like I don't let words bother me because I put in my mind that the only thing that's going to change me is me and this man up above. That's it. Those are only two things.
Let me rephrase what I said. Words, when the words come from someone that you love, they mean differently. I'm not saying that everybody can just say anything to you and throw you off your paddle. But the right words coming from the right person will hit you the wrong way. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I'm writing a whole series of poems based strictly off that one line. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me, because that ain't true. Ain't nothing ever hurt me like words did. And I'm going to take one sip to that.
Right. But I can say while you're taking a sip, women, be conscious about what you're doing. Be conscious about it. Be careful about the image that you're presenting and stop worried about yourself. See, when you pull out of self and realize that you are responsible for your nieces and nephews, that you are responsible for your daughters, and you are responsible for nieces, and you're responsible for all these little girls in your neighborhood. When you realize that you are responsible for other people other than
Well,
yourself,
we need to get
and
back
that
to the village. The village.
the image that you present is affecting these little girls are walking around here in bonnets now because they see these
True.
adults walking around in bonnets. And I want to say this before I leave, Niqua. Bring Brittany in. She might have something to say. I
It's a
want to
different
say
Brittany,
this.
but she actually already came in.
You say that mind your own business. This is what they like to say. You are my business color girl. You are my business color woman. I am a color woman and I speak on color women and girls. You are my business. What you do are my business. What you say is my business. And I'm going to always be a voice, whether you
And
like it
watch
or
how y'all
not.
talk to her
Okay?
when you respond because she
All
a voice.
right. Okay, Miss Uniqua, I love you. You're doing a fine job. You look
Thank you so
beautiful,
much.
and you keep up the fine work on Chitter Chatter. Now I have to go because I got to make it to my destination, and I want me some Middlesworth chips. I'm gonna grab me some chips
All
and
right,
keep
Mom.
on.
Okay, okay.
Truck
Oh,
it
Mom.
gets too
All
dark.
right. Okay.
Have a blessed one.
Bring me some chips back too. I'm out. she said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, my mom is funny sometimes. That was a funny moment. I hate when she get in her little moment. She's like, how do I get out of here? We do this every week, and now you don't know how to exit out. Ladies and gentlemen, Chitter Chatter. We are speaking on the topic, shut it down. We are shutting down things that hold us back. We are coming together so that we as women can make it easier for us to elevate in the world, period, where we don't have to, excuse me, we don't always have to agree with each other. We don't have to put each other down. We don't have to use sex to get everywhere that we want. We are building our credentials so that we can be better in this community. Hey, we have a lot of ladies online tonight. A lot of my classmates are online tonight. I am so thankful for you. Miss Bianca, would you like to come in and speak to the ladies about an experience that you may have had where you were dealing with something that you were maybe uncomfortable in and you didn't speak up? I'm gonna go ahead and hey Dad, my father is online. So nice to have you. Let me see. Let me go ahead and okay. I'm gonna add Naya. You ladies, we are asking you to come in and speak on topics where you sometimes we need to learn how to shut things down so we don't always have to use what we have to get what we want. We are always placed in situations where people are dang. Okay. We are always placed in situations. We are always placed in situations where we have to, we are forced to do and go along with things just because we're women. Like, especially when we're dealing with men. And sometimes the same thing happens. She said, wait, I'm still at work. Okay. That's because she looks like her daddy. Okay, my dad is online. I am beautiful because of my dad. Thank you so much. Ladies, Miss Amanda came in a little early, so she didn't do her call time. Father, would you like to come in and speak to the ladies about why sometimes why do men come at women like this? Let's go ahead and okay. I'm going to add my dad, and he's going to come in and give us the male perspective as to why men, I don't even know why men come at us the way you do. I don't want to because sometimes men come at us sexually and sexually inappropriately, knowing that we have absolutely no interest in them simply because we may need we may need a tire change, we may need help. And men don't know how to give help without expectation. I'll say that. Men don't know how to give help without expectation. That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard. He said it's snowing there. That's why it's hard to be friends with men. We have to learn how to shut things down, especially in friendship. When you shut things down in friendship, it makes it clear that this is not going anywhere further than friendship. When you learn how to shut things down in business, it makes it clear this is not going anywhere further than business. Sometimes, and I myself am guilty of it. Sometimes we allow ourselves to lead with sex because we know that it's going to get us where we want faster. There have been moments in my life where I have gone for a job interview or I've gone for certain situations, auditions, because I'm an actress. So auditions and music videos and just a job in general. There have been moments where I see that the hiring manager is a man, and the credentials matter at that moment, but charm definitely plays its part. And we're gonna take one sip to that. That is why I said it's not what you do, ladies, it's how you do it. We have to be able to shut down the idea that you have to use sex to get hired, with at the same time being able to use your charm to help you get a little better access to a position you may not have had access to. There's a difference. There's a difference between sleeping your way to the top and charming your way to the top. There are some people who can't charm sex. We need to come together and decide that we're going to educate our ladies so that we don't have to use everything that we have going on to get what we want. You can just simply learn how to talk. That is why I said, ladies, we need to learn how to speak to each other, because if we can't speak to each other, there's no way we can speak to men. You have to learn how to speak. Get your communication skills up so that you can talk your way into situations. You don't have to sex your way into situations. Men use money to get women and then are mad when women come at them and they're gold diggers. Women use sex to get at men and then they're mad when men come at them sexually. The only way to fix that is to shut it down, ladies. You can use your charm. And you can also listen. I feel like you should only use sex if you really like the guy. Now, if you feeling him, he feeling you, and y'all just happen to be in a work situation, baby girl, do you? No one's talking about those type of situations. We're speaking strictly on situations where there is absolutely no chance I would have ever even looked at you any type of way had this ever happened. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chitter, and I'm so thankful for you guys tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're here, drop a like. Drop a comment, let me know that you're here. We have had a great topic here tonight. I've had 2 guests come in and share stories because we are tired of having to go along to get along. We are tired of dealing with things that like, I don't want to be equal to a man, but I also don't want to have to be sexual in a situation that is non-sexual, and a man wouldn't have to do it, so I don't want to have to do it. That's the only way I want to be equal to a man. I want you to not come at me sexually the same way you wouldn't come at this man sexually if ever we're doing business, if ever we're just being friends. Now, if we're being sexual, be sexual. People have a way of knowing that this situation is not sexual at all. But because you feel like you have the upper hand, that is the way you're going to go. The situation that I was speaking on earlier with the girl when she was on the podcast with Joe Budden, the only reason why she even let that continue on is because it was Joe Budden. First of all, I don't even like Joe. I'm just going ahead and say he shouldn't have came, but I don't even like Joe Budden. But so I can see me personally shutting that down real quick. But another woman that is trying to make her way and make her name, I can see why she wouldn't. But I want to say to the men, and this is a question I have for men, why even be that guy? Why even be that guy? Why are you flirting with this woman that you know wouldn't look left at you if you weren't in this situation? That is a lot of the responsibility. We have to shut things down. We also have to educate our men. That is where men education is well. We need to educate these men. Why would you be that guy? Stop hitting on these girls and you know they don't like you. Stop men use what they got to get what they want as well. We try not to, we don't say that. And ladies, we gotta speak on it so that we can peep it when it is what it is. We use what we got to get what we want. They use what they got to get what they want. And we gotta learn how to use what we got a little better so we can still get what they got and still get what we want, and we don't have to get what we got to get what they got. If I lost you, I apologize. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for tuning in to Chitter Chatter tonight. This has been a heavy topic. We have to shut things down. We have to come together so that we can shut things down. There's absolutely no way that I'll be able to shut something down by myself. There's absolutely no way you'll be able to shut something down by yourself. But if I want to shut something down and you want to shut something down, let's do it. We don't have to agree. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to see eye to eye. But I want this to happen. You want that to happen? So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna agree to this, girl. You know what? I don't like that shirt you got on, but you know what? Let's get this bag in the bank. You hear me? Let's get this bag in the bank. We're trying to get bags in the bank. We're not trying to be out here fighting. We're not trying to be out here hating. We're not trying to be out here knocking each other down. You're not gonna like everybody. Everybody is not gonna be your friend. Everybody's not gonna be in your circle. That don't mean you can't build together. We can have we can have a Wall Street. We can rebuild Black Wall Street and don't nobody on the street gotta like each other. But as long as I know if somebody robbing your building, I'm gonna call you, hey bro, you need to get over here real quick before robbing you. I'm not gonna go over there and stop the robbers, but I'm gonna let you know somebody's robbing you, because if they rob you 9 times out of 10, who you think they coming to next? Across the street to rob me. And then after they rob me, they're gonna rob down the street and down the street. So if we are all in cahoots together, whether we like each other or not, we're gonna make sure ain't no robberies going down on our street. I don't care who you are. I ain't gonna let nobody rob your bank. I ain't gonna let nobody rob your store. That is how we have to come together. It don't matter about we're so stuck on who we like and who we don't like. We don't even really know each other. A lot of us are out here disliking each other and we don't even know each other. Let's shut that down. Shut down the urge to dislike somebody because they don't agree with you. Shut down the urge to dislike somebody because they're not from where you're from. Shut down the urge to dislike somebody because they're not looking like you. We don't all look like each other, and that's a blessing. We don't all have the same things, and that's a blessing. We don't all got to give the same things, and that's a blessing. I don't have what you have. So give me what you got, and I'm going to give you what I got. And when we put it all together, we're going to get where we need to go. That is Black Girl Beauty, ladies and gentlemen. That is where we're trying to go. See the scarf on my head? You're going to see me wearing it around my shirt when it get a little cold outside. You see the scarf on my head? You're going to also, I don't even know. But I was doing good, though. You felt me? Let's take one sip to that. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in. It has been a great night here on Chitter Chatter. Next week, ladies, the topic is, what is the topic for next week? The topic is disagree with me. I'm going to pick a topic, and I want everybody to disagree with me, because we're going to learn how to speak to each other. Next week on Chitter Chatter, we are speaking on how we can disagree with each other and be absolutely okay, because that is a problem that ladies have. We don't know how to, if you disagree with me, we ain't friends. Anybody that, like, as long as we agreeing, all these people over here that agree with me are my friends. And that one person over there don't agree with me, I don't like them. They stink. They from the trailer park. They ain't got no money. They broke. They don't know how to dress. Oh my God. But that's really how it is. Somebody disagrees with you. You go, well, I can see why you would disagree with me coming from where you coming from, looking how you look and having what you have. My God. Because I didn't agree with you? People really come for your jugular. Chop your head off because you don't agree with them. We're stepping out of that, ladies. We're talking about it. Let's talk about it. Next week, we are going to be talking. It's okay to disagree. It's okay that everyone doesn't believe what you believe. Except when it comes to God. I think everybody need to go ahead and tap in. Believe in my God. He will do all things. You can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens you. But I will not judge you. People can disagree with you and it be okay. Listen. When someone disagrees with you, just breathe. Don't take it personal. Don't get offended. We're talking about it next week, ladies, here on Chitter Chatter, because we discuss what matters when Black girls Chitter Chatter. I hope everyone had a great night. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure. I'm so thankful for everybody that has tuned in. If you are interested, actually, I might do next week as a round table, because I want everybody to disagree. And we're going to show respect. And we're going to show you how Black women can come together and love and everybody disagree. I'm going to pick a topic don't nobody agree on. And we are going to love on each other while we talk about it. We're going to toast out, ladies. Everyone have a great night. This has been an awesome Thursday. We discuss what matters when Black girls Chitter Chatter. I hope everyone has gotten a lot from this topic. Tune in next week. Disagree with me and still love on me and still be here for me and still toast with me. Have a drink. Everyone have a great night.